Hey guys, Mtashed here, and this is my 50th time recording this because it's kind of confusing. Today we're going to be talking about God-rolled armor. We're going to be talking about the best stats, the best perks, how to know which is good and which is bad, and there's quite a bit that goes into it. There are the main perks, or the kind of the primary perks on armor. There are ammo economy perks on armor. There are specialized and generalized perks on armor. There are regular and enhanced perks on armor. There's a lot that goes into this. Let's just jump into it. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to actually show you a website so you can see all the rolls yourself. And one thing I want you to remember is my God rolled armor is not the same as yours. But the template for building it is. Understanding what the best perks are is universal, and that's what I want to do today, is help you understand so that you can build your perfect set of armor. There's a couple staples that I want to bring up and things to remember because they kind of are universal laws of the armor game. So let's get into it. First thing I want to show you guys is the main perks on armor. These are the main perks that are going to show up. And whether you're a Titan, a Warlock, or a Hunter, it's going to be the same. Okay, I'm going to show you a website. I'm going to show you some helmets, arm pieces, everything like that. Don't worry. Just because my Titan has it, if you're on a different class, you can get it as well. The only thing that is different is the mobility, resilience, and recovery. And while I'm on the topic, I wouldn't worry too much about these, okay? Recovery is going to be how fast you get your health back, which is probably one of the best stats to have. Resilience can save your life in some situations. It can change how many headshots or headshot and body shot it takes to kill you. You might live with a sliver of health, so this one's pretty good. And mobility is for the most part focused on strafing speed. More than anything. It helps you jump a little bit, but that doesn't matter in most situations. Strafing speed is the big one, and so mobility can be good, but it's probably the least important stat out there, depending on how you play. If you're playing something like PvE all the time in raiding, mobility is ass. Like it's not that great. But if you're a PvP guy, it can be really good. So that's the one thing I'm going to say, is these stats, while they are important and you might want to build it the way you want, they're not going to have a drastic change that's going to make you win every game or lose every game. If you max out your recovery, it is noticeably different. But you're not going to lose raids and games because of these stats quite as much as the actual stats that are on the armor. Okay, these are pretty important. And so I'm going to show you a couple things really quickly. Actually, let's start with the gauntlets, because I could show you multiple things right here. If you look at my Reverie Dawn gauntlet here, I've got Enhanced Hand Cannon Loader. Okay? On my Prodigal gauntlets, I've got Hand Cannon Loader. Two different perks. There's the regular version and the enhanced version. And enhanced is drastically better. This thing honestly makes it feel like I have Outlaw procced on my hand cannon. And some of you might be thinking to yourself, enhanced? I've never even seen enhanced. Yes, I know. Because not only are they slightly rare, or very rare, honestly, they only come on 3 armors. Reverie Dawn Dreaming City armor, the Great Hunt Raid armor, and exotics as a random roll. But, I mean, good luck on that, because most of the time you're not going to get it. So, there's not a lot of options to get these enhanced perks, but they are fantastic when you get them. On every armor, there's going to be different enhanced perks that are available. I'll show you that in a second. But if you get an enhanced perk, there's a very good chance you want to use that, especially in PvP. Because a lot of the ammo economy stuff, such as like heavy ammo finder, that doesn't even matter in PvP. That's not going to change anything. And so if you can get an enhanced mod, or perk, sorry, on an armor, vault it. Keep it. Even if you don't use that weapon right now, just keep it for now. Now, I'm actually going to show you this website really quickly. This is called light.gg, and you can look stuff up. This is the Wing Discipline Crucible armor for the Titan. As I said before, Warlocks and Hunters, you'll have the same perks. All these perks are going to be the exact same. The only thing that's different are the mobility, resilience, or recovery, okay? Excuse me. Now, what I want to talk about really quickly is specialized perks and generalized perks. So near the top, you have specialized perks. Auto rifle loader, grenade launcher loader, rocket launcher, right? There's one for every single weapon. These are stronger buffs because they are specialized for one weapon. You can't use it universally, and so they're going to be better. Near the bottom, you've got generalized ones. So rifle loader for any type of rifle weapon, large weapon, light arms, power weapons, energy weapons, right? There's a lot of stuff in here. But these are generalized. So if you like to switch your weapons out, you like to do different loadouts, maybe you're doing the raid and you want to use your sniper and then you want to use a fusion rifle. These are going to be good for that because you can specialize in multiple different things or generalize into multiple things, right? You can use whatever you want. Kinetic weapon loader, boom. Everything's going to reload faster. That's awesome. If you don't have a lot of time or you don't have a lot of luck grinding out the perfect set, these are good options, but they're the weakest options. If you have to, or if you can, you want to get these specialized perks. And, even better than that, if you can, you want to get the enhanced specialized perks. But we'll get back to that in just a second. The other thing you have as well, this is going to be different on the gauntlets versus the helmet versus the plate. You've got some sort of ability-based or super generation-based or cooldown reduction-based perks. So these ones are going to be separate from your weapons, and these are going to be pretty universally good. So for example, on these gauntlets, I've got the fastball perk. That's a cool perk to have. You throw your grenade further. We've got melee attacks reduce your grenade cooldown. We've got momentum transfer where grenades reduce your melee. A lot of different things like that that are going to be good in pretty much every situation. So these ones aren't bad to have, right? And so this is already starting to become a personal choice thing. Do you want your guns to reload faster? Or do you want that super faster or that grenade distance? This is a real personal thing. And so I highly recommend you look up this website and try to figure out, well, what would I like? What would be my god roll? Okay? So I'm going to go through the Reverie Dawn set, and I'm going to show you the enhanced perks, because the enhanced perks are so much better that it's kind of a no-brainer on why you want to grab them. They're just beautiful. They're amazing. So let's start with the helmet and we'll work our way down. Okay, so with the helmet, you're going to notice there's different perks. Much different perks. The helmet is targeted, well, that's funny that I said that. The helmet is focused on targeting instead of reload speed and things like that. So this is actually going to be target acquisition, aim assist, accuracy, and aim down sights for weapons. Again, we're starting with the specialized focus perks for a particular weapon. And near the bottom, we've got kind of generalized ones, kinetic, energy, and power weapons. Okay. This is actually quite important. These are really good, especially for something like a sniper rifle, because this is aim assist. This is aim assist, ADS speed. Like those are really important on something like a sniper rifle, and so you want minimum in this slot a focused one, because it adds a lot of value. But optimally, you want an enhanced perk. And the one thing I'll say about the enhanced perk is it's kind of annoying because they're focused on only a few weapons. Actually, I'm going to just search something really quick here. The Great Hunt Helm, Light GG. I'm just going to look at that really quick. I just want to check something. I have a feeling I'm going to be right, and I should have done this sooner. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I was going to say maybe it would be different, but if you look at the Reverie Dawn helmet, it's hand cannon, bow, linear, and sniper. Same on the raid one. It's only those ones. So if you're a pulse rifle guy or a scout rifle guy, you're not even going to get to use those perks enhanced, unfortunately. There are different perks, as I said, on different armors. We'll get into that, but there is a bit of a bias towards hand cannons from what I can tell. Sniper rifles as well. So just take a peek with me. So if I'm looking at the Reverie Dawn helmet, you have two choices. You can get the enhanced ability perks, like enhanced ashes to assets. So that's going to give you super energy on grenade kills, or enhanced heavy lifting. So this is actually a really good one because you get more super energy when you get a power weapon kill, which is pretty easy. So if you want more abilities, those two are good. And then the next one is obviously specializing in the targeting for the weapon that you plan to use. But because you might like to use pulse rifles, some of these are going to be useless. So in this case, for helmets, if you're not using one of these weapons, I would go with heavy lifting or ashes to assets. That's kind of your main pick. Moving on to the gauntlets. This is focused on loading speed. So as I said before, you want to focus on getting a specialized one first. And then, if the option is available, you want to get an enhanced one. So again, hand cannon is on there again. But now sniper rifle and linear fusion rifle are gone. So for DPS, if you're doing some PvE stuff, rocket launcher could be good. But so could the enhanced shotgun loader. This one is a big one for me. I really like this one. I think it's good for multiple different weapons. And so this is a good pick as well. But for me, I'm using my hand cannon more, so I'm going to go with this one. Again, if you're using something like a scout or a pulse and you don't see it on here, you could go for kind of the basic ones, the basic specialized ones, or go for the enhanced impact induction or momentum transfer. This is going to be, again, better for your abilities, but your weapon is going to be a little bit lackluster in the reload speed. In the plate, this is all about flinch. So this is helping you to stay on target. This is going to be more important for things like hand cannons, scout rifles, and sniper rifles. Snipers being very important. And so again, you pick your weapon, you specialize into the one you want, or you can get a generalized one, but I wouldn't recommend it. There are enhanced perks as well. Now this is the one time scout rifle is on there. Enhanced unflinching scout rifle aim is very, very good. I would definitely recommend this if you're using scout rifles, because you don't want to miss a headshot by a fraction because someone flinched you. But the big one, honestly, is sniper aim. This is good in PvP and PvE. In the new raid, there's a part where you have to shoot this eyeball, and if you don't shoot it, you die. And so if something is shooting you and your aim is jarring around, it's going to be harder to do that. So having enhanced sniper aim is going to be good for pretty much every activity. Great in PvP, good in PvE. It's awesome. There are no other enhanced perks. It's only these flinch ones. So this is kind of the odd man out. There's no sort of grenade cooldown or anything like that. So it's pretty much only these ones. So the chest piece is going to be one of the most boring things. Especially if you don't have these perks, just go with one of the other ones. The Greaves, however, has some cool enhanced perks. I think this is one of the more important ones to have. This is going to be stow speed. Now, ready and stow speed is important because this essentially works as like quick draw for your item. So if you want to pull out your shotgun really quickly to shotgun that guy, you're going to want shotgun dexterity. Or if you want to go for that quick snipe, you're going to want sniper dexterity. For the enhanced perks, luckily for us, hand cannon is still on there. So we've got 3 now that have hand cannon perks. That's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty greasy. So if you want those hand cannons out, you can do it. But I would say the best one, probably the strongest one, is shotgun. Because there are more situations where you want to pull out the shotgun quickly and shotgun someone. Than any other weapon in the game. Sniper might be a close second, but for the most part, shotgun, I think, is the best perk here. I would recommend that to everyone, especially with how good shotguns are right now, but you could take hand cannon if you really want. Now, the other thing, too, is you've got enhanced bomber. This one's actually pretty cool. So, even faster grenade cooldown when using your class ability on the hunter. Awesome, because you can just dodge around a whole bunch and you can spam grenades. Very strong perk to have. And distribution. This one's also very, very cool. It reduces all your cooldowns when you use your class ability. All of them. So you can spam around with your dodge and get your melee and your grenade, or you could be throwing down healing rifts. There's a lot of synergies with distribution where it can be good. And so if you want, you can throw down distribution, and I think that is a good pick because if you're doing PvE, you're going to notice this much more. In PvP, I'd go with the enhanced dexterity stuff, but I honestly think for boots, distribution is the way to go for like almost every activity because of how strong it is. Now for the mark, this is a lot more boring. The mark is super boring. The go-to god roll is Absolution. It does similar to the other one where it reduces all cooldowns every time you pick up an orb. So if you're spamming your abilities, you're playing in the raid, everyone's generating orbs, you can get some really cool reductions here. But the other one that's pretty good is any of the healing. Wow, this is glitching out. It's glitching out. Anyways, there's some that heal you when you pick up orbs. That one is really good as well. Nothing to worry about. Okay, well, the website kind of lagged out and it kind of messed up my recording, so I'm going to just try to record this part again, edit it in. Ammo economy stuff is very important here as well. It's really hard to test if heavy ammo finder stacks or special ammo finder stacks, because how can you even tell? Maybe you get really lucky and you get 5 bricks of heavy off of one engagement. And that's nice, but that could happen with none. It's really tough to test this because there's no proof, no visual cue saying like, yep, it worked. So what I would recommend is minimum, you want 1 heavy ammo finder and 1 special ammo finder. Now, it might stack more than that, and you could stack more than that, but minimum, you want 1 of each. If you want primary as well, you can, but the chances you run out of primary ammo is pretty slim in most situations. So you want 1 heavy, and you want 1 special. From there, you get into the things such as reserves and scavenging. Now, my rule of thumb is this. On helmets, gauntlets, and the mark, you have heavy ammo finder and special ammo finder, right? But because you can only find heavy ammo finder on the helmet, gauntlets, and the mark, you want to focus heavy ammo finder in one of those slots. And so it would be better in every situation to have heavy ammo finder than it would be to have special, because you can get special ammo finder on your plate and you can get it on your boots. And they can't get heavy, so you don't want to waste it on those slots, right? So helmet, gauntlets, and boots, you want something to have heavy there. If you take special, you can, but there's better options. So, once you've got a heavy ammo finder, another thing you can look into is reserves. So if you look at your reserves, if you have something with rocket launcher reserves, you actually get an extra rocket. That's pretty cool, that's pretty important. If you want to stack more ammo, it can be pretty good. I find that with the sniper rifle, it's probably one of the best because of Whisper of the Worm. So that's another option as well, is getting the reserves. But the big one, in my opinion, is Scavenger. Scavenger is a huge buff to your ammo economy, and it's very important. I would highly recommend you invest in Scavenger over other perks because of how it works. If you've got the heavy, if you've got the special, Scavenger is the next one on my list that I think is a key, because if you have one of these perks, you're going to pick up 2 rockets every time you pick up a brick. If you got 2 of this perk, you're going to get 3. And I think if you stack another one, you get 4 per brick. So if you've got 1 heavy ammo finder, all you need to do is find 1 brick and you're going to have 3 or 4 extra shots. So I would say focus on one of those, and then scavenger perks are going to be big. On the plate armor, you've got reserves, so it's not that big. I would say on the plate, on your chest piece, special ammo finder is probably the best pick. You can go reserves if you want, but if you look here, these are all like kinetic weapons. So I think God rolled on the plate is special ammo every time. There's no argument there. On the boots, this is going to be scavenger for primaries as well. So I would recommend getting either primary or special because these ones are shitty. On the other ones, this is where you're going to have to make some choices. Do you want to stack heavy ammo finder and test it out? Or do you want 1 heavy ammo finder and then 1 scavenger somewhere else? I know that sounds like a lot. I feel like I'm not helping as much as I would think. There's a lot going on, but I've gone over the main perks. I've gone over kind of the ammo economy and some things to think about, but a lot of this is up to you guys. There's just so much going on. There's so many different play styles. There's so many different weapons in the game that depending on what you want to use, you're going to have a very different armor set than I have. You can see on this armor set, this is just like a random one I put together. I have some pretty bad luck in the boot section. But I've got a lot of the key perks. I've got my heavy ammo finder. I've got some shotgun scavenger, special ammo finder. This one, average at best. Not amazing. This one has distribution, so I mean, I'll take that. That's not bad. But there's always room for improvement. There's always enhanced perks you're going to be missing out on. This is going to take months to get the perfect loadout, but at least you can complement the weapons that you do use and that you enjoy. That's pretty much it for me. This went longer than I expected. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.